Good evening and welcome to your bedtime stretches. My name is Haylee, and today we will be using a couple of props: a hard-backed chair, a yoga mat, or a blanket. And if you have a carpet, you can even just lay on carpet if you're comfortable with that. And tonight we will be using tennis balls. We're going to get started standing beside our chairs. All right, using the chair as a way to just stabilize the self, bring that ball under the foot and give it a little massage. The more weight you put into the ball, the deeper the massage will be. Taking a moment to see what parts of the foot uh, feel tight, what parts of the foot feel really nice when you give it a little extra attention. And now let's place the heel on the ground and just roll the metatarsals over the ball, which is the ball of the foot is rolling on the ball. Or sometimes I like to think of it as like the pad of the front of the foot. And then from here, place the heel or right where kind of like the heel connects with the arch of the foot on the ball, and give that just a little rotation side to side. Good. And because we're standing, let's take a moment to place both feet on the ground and just feel the difference between the two sides of the body now that we've worked and warmed up one foot, and we have one foot that still needs a little attention. Moving the chair to the opposite side of the body and going into the other foot. Again, starting nice and light and adding more weight into that foot you're rolling when you're ready to get a little bit deeper into the arch of the foot. Spending a moment seeing what feels good, seeing if there's any kind of tight areas. Maybe you did a lot of walking, or maybe, I don't know, you were jumping rope or doing something that uses a lot of pressure in the feet. And now let's place the heel on the floor, having that ball under the pad right below the toes or the ball of the foot, and just give that a little rotation side to side, fanning it out, feeling the metatarsals spread. The metatarsals are these nice long bones in the foot that go into, that connect to all of the little joints of the toes. And from here, ground the ball of the foot down, placing the tennis ball right at the base of the heel or right where the heel meets the arch of the foot, and give that a rotation side to side. Good. Let's place those tennis balls to the side for a moment. We will be revisiting those, but while the chair is up like this, let's go right into the calves, placing one leg back Feeling a nice long line of energy between the heel and the top of the head. And while you're here, feel that calf slowly start to release, taking this moment to start bringing the focus in towards yourself. Feeling that leg lengthen nice and long. And on the exhale, release that foot and switch sides. And once we've established the calf stretch on this side, so again, feeling that heel ground down, a nice long line coming out the top of the head. Check in with the shoulders, making sure that they're down, not up by the ears, but they're nice and down. Check in with the jaw. Kind of do a quick body scan, seeing if there's any other areas that are holding any tension. And if it's holding tension, see if we can release it. And on the exhale, come on out of that and take a seat in your chair. So let's start working up the leg now. So we've done the feet, we've done the calves. Let's extend one foot out, sitting up nice and tall on the edge of the chair. I'm going to go in a side profile just so it's a little easier to see what's going on. Keeping a nice long spine, I'm going to hinge forward and get into the back of my leg. And if you have tight calves like me, you might feel this more in the calf than you do the hamstring, and that is a-okay. It's whatever your legs need. Bring that foot in, extend the other foot nice and long, sit up nice and long, or sit up nice and tall, and hinge it forward. Getting into the back of the leg on this side. And on your next exhale, bring that leg in, sitting up nice and tall, bringing the leg up and over, flexing that top foot, and sitting up. I already said sitting up nice and tall. Hinge that forward, getting into the glute, the back of the hip. And we're going to hold this one for a while. And so while you're here, take a moment to feel that hip start releasing. Feel that jaw unhinge. Taking note of how the back of the hip is feeling. Keep breathing here. Slowly feeling that hip open up. And on the exhale, lower that foot down and just give it a little shake out. Other side, sitting up nice and tall, hinging forward. Noticing how this side feels different than your other. Noticing where tension is creeping back. I can feel it in my shoulders today. So I want to keep reminding you to let go of the tension in the shoulders because that's what I need to be hearing right now. But maybe you need to replace shoulders with a different word, like jaw or neck or something else like that. Take a big inhale in, and on the exhale, bring that leg down. Give it a little shake out. Reach that heel out to the side. Bringing this arm down the leg, find a nice big side stretch. Come on up, other side. Kick that heel out, reach that arm up and over. Come on up. One more time, each side. And reach. Come on up. And then with the arms, just give each arm a couple swims backwards, feeling a nice big stretch through the front of the body, a little twist through the spine. Good. All right, let's do a little bit for the neck. Going into some head circles. We'll do 3 to 4 in each direction. And in the opposite direction. And let's bring those circles a little bit bigger now. So we're going to think head and shoulders. So we're going to kind of get that whole torso involved. 3 circles in each direction. And the other way. Good. All right. Having the hand on the side of the body, bring those palms together and bring that ear down towards the shoulder. Feeling a nice big release in the side of the neck. And rotate that chin towards the chest. Pick the head back up and switch sides. Ear towards the shoulder. And on the exhale, bring that chin towards the chest. We're going to do this one more time on each side. Ear towards the shoulder. And you can think of bringing that nose down a little or up a little. And bring that chin towards the chest. Pick that head up. Switch sides. Ear towards the shoulder. And on this side as well, bringing that nose down and up. And rotate that forward. Picking that head up. Good. Let's come down onto our mats and grab our tennis balls. Place those chairs to the side. As you know, we will be using them at the end of class. There we go. All right. We're going to do a little bit of, let's do some stretching first and we will end with rolling. So first things first, let's go into our hamstrings right away, bringing that knee up into the chest, letting that leg unfold, feeling that foot at the top. And we're here passively to begin with. So you can play with bending and stretching the leg, maybe rocking it side to side, creating little circles. And we'll be here nice and gently. There's no need to push it quite yet. That will happen in a moment. But just starting to feel the back of the leg open up. Bring that knee back into the chest. Bring it over the body, match the palms, and circle that arm halfway back so you find a nice little twist. We'll be here for just a couple of breaths. And come on back. And the leg that we were just stretching is going to unfold up. Take a big inhale in. And on the exhale, resist and press your hamstring into the thighs. And we resist for 1, 2, 3. Take a big inhale in. And on the exhale, release and bring that leg a little closer to you. Number 2, inhale. And on the exhale, resist for 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And on the exhale, release, bringing that leg a little bit closer to you. Last time, inhale. And on the exhale, resist for 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And on the exhale, release, bringing that leg a little bit closer to you. Let that leg come down to the ground. Other leg. To begin with, nice and passive. Doing what you need to do here, whether it's rocking the leg side to side, maybe finding some circles, maybe finding some ankle circles, playing with bending and stretching that knee. But we're here just to yawn open, wake up the back of that hamstring, or the back of the leg, I should say. We'll be here for 1 or 2 more big breaths. Good. Bring that knee into the chest. Bring it over the body. Match the palms together. Circle that arm back into a nice big twist. Not being too forceful here. Just doing what you need. We won't be here for too long. And then bring it all back to center. Unfold that leg. Here we go. Take an inhale in. And on the exhale, resist for 1, 2, 3. Inhale. On the exhale, release and bring that leg a little closer to you. Inhale. And on the exhale, resist for 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And on the exhale, release, bringing that leg a little bit closer to you. One more time, inhale. And on the exhale, resist for 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And on the exhale, release, bringing that leg a little bit closer to you. And let that come down. Give those legs a shake out. Good stuff. Let's come on up. Feeling those legs nice and wide. Coming forward. And we will be here for about a minute. Now is a great time to start checking in with those points of tension. Seeing if the shoulders can release. If you can let that jaw hang loose. Anywhere else that might be a little feeling a little stressed out or tense. Maybe even shaking the head, making sure that neck is not gripping. And just keep breathing here. Doing what you need to do to get through this stretch and into this stretch. And if you want, see if you can go just a little bit deeper. Only if you feel ready for it. Feeling the inner thighs open up. Take a big inhale in. Oh, and on that exhale, come on out. Bring those legs in, shake them out. Good stuff. Let's get into the fronts of the hips now. Come on up to kneeling. Have one foot up. Find a nice big tuck in that tail. So I'm actually squeezing my glutes, and then we inch forward just a little tiny bit, and you will hold that there for a moment. If you want the stretch a little bit deeper, bring that arm up and over. Take one more big breath here. Come on out of it. We're going to do some resisting in this position today. So we're going to find that tuck in the tail again. Take an inhale in. And on the exhale, we're going to press our shin into the ground as we continue to tuck that tail. And we hold it for 3, 2, 1. Let it release. Here we go. Number 2. Exhale, tucking the tail, pressing the shin into the floor. 3, 2, 1. Release. One more time. Exhale, tucking that tail, pressing that shin for 3, 2, 1. Let it release. Tucking those back toes, lengthening that back leg. Let's come into a nice long runner's stretch. Couple more breaths here. And when you're ready, ground. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, bend that knee, bring those toes up, holding onto the top of the foot. Bring that heel close to the glute. And while we're here, stretching out the front of the thigh, check in with the jaw, check in with those shoulders. Maybe take a big sigh out to help you relax into this. And on your next exhale, release that foot, and let's switch sides. So now you know what we're in for. Take an inhale in, find that tuck, and we're just going to open up the front of that hip first. Bring that arm up and over to get a little bit more into that psoas. Checking in with that top shoulder, making sure it's not up by the ear, that it's nice and down. Taking a couple of purposeful big inhales and big exhales, sometimes being a little bit dramatic or really going into it will help us actually relax a little bit more. Come on up. And now let's go into our 3 little resisting and releasing. Take an inhale in. On the exhale, we tuck that tail, we press our shin into the ground, and we resist for 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And on the exhale, we release. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Glute squeeze, press that shin for 1, 2, 3. Inhale, and on the exhale, release one more time. Exhale, glute squeeze, press that shin, and 1, 2, 3. Inhale. On the exhale, release, and let's come into a nice long runner's lunge. And place that knee down, bring that toe up. And go a little bit deeper if you're ready. We'll be here for just a moment longer. Now is another good time to check in with those shoulders and the jaw. And release that. Come on out and come to the back. Actually, let's do pigeon today. I'm just kidding. Don't go to your back. Let's do pigeon. You can always do back threading the needle again one more time if that feels good. But we can also go a little bit deeper into our pigeon pose. And so you can see here, my shin and my foot are flexed, my knee is bent. My hip here, both of my hips are facing forward. And this should feel very deep in the back of the hip in the front leg. And then if you're ready, you can always come down onto the hands. You can stay up. You can bring the forehead to the ground. Whatever you need here. We'll be here for a moment. Getting into the backs of the legs one more time. And come on out of that. Swing the leg around and come into the other side. Finding that pigeon. Checking in with those shoulders. Checking in with the jaw. Seeing what's happening in that. And how you can relax into it and not tense up around it. And on your next exhale, come on out of that. Good stuff. Give those legs a little shake. Grab that tennis ball. We're going to go into the glutes now. Exactly what we just stretched. Sit on that tennis ball. I have my weight in my 2 hands and in my feet. And nice and slowly, I am just rotating or rolling that ball along my glute. Some areas are going to feel a little bit more intense than others. And if you find an area like that, you can always take a moment and pause and breathe and see if you can let that muscle melt around the ball. And we'll be here for just a moment longer, doing what you need to do for that glute, making sure you're getting the outside, the inside, right into the belly of the muscle, and just breathing and letting that muscle melt around the ball. I know it's a lot easier said than done. And wrap that up, come on out of it, and let's go to the other side. Bringing that ball under the glute and giving it a roll out. Nice and gentle to begin with. This is always just starting it, kind of just assessing what's going on in the muscle. And then from there, you can take a moment to go a little deeper, find places to kind of pause and just hold the ball in place, seeing if that can coax any of those knots out of the muscle. Breathing deeply, seeing if that helps at all. I know that this can be a little intense, and it's really easy for extra tension to creep into the body, but just, try your best. It's not going to be perfect. Breathing nice and deeply. On your next exhale, if you're ready, come on out of that. Good. Place those balls to the side because we will use them for the very last exercise. But before that, let's do our little twists with those windmill arms. So come on, bring that leg up and over, matching the palms. 3 circles in one direction, 3 circles in the other. And of course, taking moments to pause in the places that feel really good. I'm noticing that on my own body today, stretching through the pecs feels really nice. And then 3 circles in the opposite direction. And switch sides. Leg up and over, matching palms, and you circle 3 times in one direction, 3 times in the other. And when you're ready, come and roll back onto the back. Bring the chair to the base of the mat. Grabbing what you need for the little end meditation. So we did a lot for the legs today. A little bit of twisting, a little bit for the neck. So hopefully your body's feeling a little bit better. Before we go into this very last relaxation moment, we'll just get our bones set up. Have that ball a hand's reach away. Bring the calf muscles to the chair. Lay back down. Placing the palms of the hands on the thighs. Take a big inhale in. And on the exhale, press those thighs away, feeling the lower back lengthen. Inhale to release. Exhale, press those thighs away. Release, hands behind the head. Exhale, lengthen that head. One more time, giving that cervical spine some tractioning. Lower that head down, grab that tennis ball and place it under the head. So the head is kind of just balancing on that one point of the ball. Hopefully your spine is feeling nice and long. Bring those palms down by the side, or hands down by the side, palms facing up. Close those eyes. Take a couple big breaths here, just feeling the body sink into this relaxing pose. As your body continues to sink into this pose, feel the jaw sink with it. Feel the shoulders sink away. Feeling all of the viscera of the torso, all of the guts of the torso sink down. Feel the hips heavy into the ground. Feel the calves heavy into the chair. And stay here breathing and sensing the body heavy into the ground for as long as you need. Continuing with nice deep breaths, continuing to feel the jaw, the shoulders, the neck, the ribs, the hips release, and stay here for as long as you need. Thank you so much and have a good night.